Thank you for tuning in to Summary Judgment, where Austin personal injury attorneys Josh Fogelman and Aaron Von Flatern of FVF Law discuss the ins, outs, and in-betweens of personal injury cases.
Yo, Josh.
Hey, what's up, Aaron?
I said, yo, Josh.
Yo, Aaron.
I'm just trying to freshen things up a little bit.
We appreciate that. It has stagnated a little bit in here.
This podcast needs youth.
It does. Youth.
But smart youth, like not just any youth.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone like perhaps our producer, Dave Hawks.
Who's that?
That's not, I mean, what a cool last name.
That's pretty good.
He's as cool as he sounds like he is. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see his face.
Hello.
Probably right now. Hello, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
I'll make sure to cut to me when you say that, because as you said, I am the producer.
This is going to be a pretty meta podcast where we talk about what we're going to cut to in the middle of the podcast.
Let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Because we have our producer with us, and this is a new feature of our ever-evolving podcast, and that is to have a third voice in the room to correct us when we say dumb stuff.
Frequently.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Or at least moderate like when to let the dumb stuff roll.
Or when to step in and say, hey guys, the podcast has been rolling for about a minute and a half. Your phone's going off and you still haven't started the topic yet.
Yeah, see, that's why you need someone to remind you to turn your phone off so that way you don't get a ding in the middle of it.
I mean, producers do so much.
They do. We're so grateful to have them.
Underappreciated.
Our topic today is Thanksgiving. You know, because we're a personal injury law firm.
Yeah.
So,
sense.
More specifically, we want to talk today about what unique or interesting Thanksgiving traditions or just Thanksgiving perspectives your family has. And I'm sure the listeners are imagining their own. I'm going to start with you, Josh. What do you got?
So something that you should know about me that you probably don't, because we've been working together for the better part of 15 years now. My birthday falls on Thanksgiving sometimes. I'm a late November birthday, and I don't say that to, elicit some sort of happy birthday from you because I've given up on that.
I understand.
But here's what's great about having a Thanksgiving birthday. This is my perspective. You asked for my perspective.
Yeah, that's good.
It's far enough removed from Christmas where family members can't give you a joint Christmas Thanksgiving gift.
That's the worst.
And it's a large and important enough holiday where you get to be with not just your immediate family, but your extended family. So they feel compelled to get you a birthday gift, knowing they're going to see you within a day or two, or sometimes even on your birthday. So growing up, every time I would go to my extended family's house for Thanksgiving dinner, I was showered with gifts. So not only is it the holiday where you have license to overeat, which historically I've been really, really good at, but you walk away from there fatter, happier, and loaded with presents.
Have you ever had
pretty good.
A relative forget that it was your birthday and then sort of like feel guilty and come in with like a huge Christmas present afterwards?
I feel like I have pretty amazing family members, and particularly the people that we would spend time here typically with in Austin did an amazing job of remembering things. So there was no guilt gift giving beyond, the whole guilt gift giving.
For anyone who happens to be listening from some other place, I want to remind the listeners that Josh Fogelman was born in Austin, Texas, meaning that Thanksgiving for him and Thanksgiving for all of us who live here now is typically like a 75 to 80 degree sunny day experience, right?
Usually pretty good. Yeah.
Do you think that changes what Thanksgiving means? Like, we don't live in the North where we're all bundled up in the kitchen and there's this like hot sort of hearth where the onions and the celery are cooking and everybody's like sipping their cocoa. Like, we don't have that here in Texas, right?
I have never experienced that kind of Thanksgiving that I can recall So I don't really have anything to compare it to because I've spent functionally like every Thanksgiving in Austin, Texas for the last 42, almost 43 years. So,
Yeah.
because it's my birthday soon, right? Because it's
Is it?
almost Thanksgiving.
I didn't realize that. Oh,
See, here's
you
the
just
thing.
said it.
Here's the thing. My birthday sometimes falls on Thanksgiving. I don't know if you knew that about me or not.
So in my family, we did the typical watch football, cook the turkey. My mom like cooked overnight. I feel really guilty not understanding that process because now I live with, my wife who is an amazing cook, and she is a person who fully boycotts Thanksgiving
Why?
because she's an amazing cook. There's sort of this understanding that the world will be fed by her, that she will come up with this amazing plan, that she'll stay up and like baste the turkey at 2 a.m. and check the temperature and all that. And so we kind of did that for a while. And then one day she was like, I want to be out of the country on Thanksgiving.
I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And
Too
so,
much.
And I personally love Thanksgiving. I mean, it's one of my favorite holidays.
Sure. It's a great holiday.
And so, for me, it was a massive sacrifice because I was like, look, it's Josh Fogelman's birthday.
Yeah. Right.
Mm.
I like mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But she assured me that we could replicate some kind of communal experience like that with our friends. And we'll do stuff like grill or like barbecue or something just different than the turkey situation. And typically it's at a nice location where we've taken a vacation, and I can't complain. I'm waking up at a beach, going fishing. And so my Thanksgivings are not traditional anymore, but they're nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's such an awesome time of the year to travel for so many different reasons. You don't get that many chunks of time off where no one's really working throughout the year and lots of people are going home. So a lot of the places where tourism is usually challenging for access, Thanksgiving is a great holiday to go to some of those places and not have it be so busy. And I've always enjoyed traveling around the Thanksgiving holiday as well. What about you, Dave?
Well, if I first had a question for Aaron. Did Margaret's decision to start leaving the country coincide with when you met Josh and she realized, oh, now this holiday is going to become about Josh and all of us getting him gifts.
Very expensive.
So we need to leave so that we don't have to deal with that.
For the price of one Josh gift, you can go on like 2 vacations.
Yeah.
This tracks.
So we didn't have any interesting food. We never did cranberry sauce, which I always was told that's like a staple of Thanksgiving.
It is.
It is.
But
and
growing
you've missed
up,
out your whole life.
Really?
And I suggest that you leave this podcast immediately, make your way to Central Market, get some cranberry sauce out of a can, and eat it live on this podcast.
Oh, well, maybe I should do that. So given that it's called Thanksgiving, my parents were like, everyone's going to go around.
I have one question for you, Dave.
Yep.
Are you a cranberry sauce with cranberries guy or a cranberry sauce without cranberries guy?
Given that I have never had cranberry sauce, as I
never
just
had
mentioned that it wasn't a part. Well, when else would you have it other than
How is that
Thanksgiving?
possible?
I just was never a part of my Thanksgiving tradition, and what else would you eat it with?
Cranberry sauce is always appropriate.
Yeah, well, what other times do you eat it?
9:30 in the morning.
All right.
2:45 p.m.
I would probably say without cranberries because I'm a no chunks kind of guy in general.
But how do you know you've never had it?
That's why I'm
It's a theory.
projecting.
It's a theory he has.
I prefer no fruit in my yogurt, although I do like granola. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We would always do the go around and say what you're thankful for. And so I was always
That's nice.
having to get prepped to be like, how do I say the thing that's meaningful, that will make my parents feel like they're raising good, grateful children, but also, reinforce the things that I wanted to continue to experience. in the household.
So did you just manufacture things that you were thankful for to appease your family, or were they genuine?
They were selective for both, to do both things.
Mm-hmm.
So I always picked things that made my mom feel happy because I knew that she would care about me recognizing those things.
Mm-hmm.
But then also that would allow me to continue in the, lovely blessings of being in that household.
It sounds like he was like, I'm grateful that I have these nice clothes to wear and the tattoo on my body. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, you just like get in a confession that you're thankful for no one's punishing you for, and that's how you escape.
I'm grateful that my parents never found out that I used to smash mailboxes with potted plants.
Federal crime, that is. Yes. Welcome back to the law, Josh. Here we are. Oh, man. I'm grateful for you guys.
I'm grateful for you guys, too.
How do we feel about Christmas music before Thanksgiving?
100% pro.
Pro?
I'm anti.
I was having this conversation with some of our staff earlier this week about what about Thanksgiving other than the day of Thanksgiving what are the traditional parts of the Thanksgiving holiday that are outside of the day of Thanksgiving? There's no Thanksgiving music.
Oh, yeah.
There's no real Thanksgiving,
There's no plays.
decorations. There's no shows that are around Thanksgiving. There's no really Thanksgiving spirit.
There's like the football season.
But the only special part of Thanksgiving is the day of Thanksgiving. Those are like the football
That's not true.
games.
You have Black Friday and Cyber Monday,
Ah,
for which
yes.
people can retroactively purchase the gifts for me because by then they've missed my birthday.
right.
Sometimes it's on Friday, but getting it there on time can
That
be a
tricky.
challenge.
Yeah.
Not a lot of hoopla
Hmm.
about Thanksgiving.
Not a lot of hoopla about Thanksgiving, but I think it's deeply associated with fall.
Yeah.
Especially in Texas where like we don't have close to fall weather for like Halloween. So Thanksgiving I do think epitomizes the idea of fall experience more here.
I love Thanksgiving.
I do too.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the Thanksgiving season.